Alright, this is Cronnel Platforms. I have the ring to upgrade my stuff, my followers and my temples here, so I'm gonna do a quick run through. Basically, you gotta kill the bomb guy in the middle. There's 3 altars that you have to activate in order to give you a water shield, which will make you take less damage from the fire. But first you gotta clear it from these guys. Playing Paladin, for those of you that don't know. I want to pull more than I can probably handle them all. I don't take that much damage. My paladin my paladin tree is maxed out. That what you saw right there, the shield that's called Divine Intervention, and it pops up. It's on a, I want to say, a minute 10 seconds, so like 70-second cooldown. And it'll pop up. It'll activate randomly. Sometimes it activates when I don't need it. I'll be like at 100% health, and I'll have a shield on, and it pops up or something. So. See right there, it's popped up again. It's a nice ability to have. You get it from making your unlocking all the talents. Let's go to my it would be K. My paladin tree is fully unlocked. So go back to bag and abilities. It's I want to say it's a symbol that you get. There it is, yeah. You get it when you unlock your tree. Divine Intervention. Incoming damage is completely absorbed. If it is no more than 10% of the maximum health, the character becomes immune to all damage and negative effects for 4 seconds. The effect is activated no more than once every 70 seconds. Like I said, it's good, but sometimes, like, if I put a shield on for a certain ability getting ready to happen, uh-oh, was that lag? There, it just popped up. First one. My charge is also, it does 600% more damage depending on, I think it's how many steps I take to get to the target. So you want to always do it at 9 seconds. That's a talent that I have. Divine Intervention popped up. Hoping to kill all those at the same time. My charge is hit for 2,000. Paladin's a very combo class. Like, you find yourself doing more combos. Oh, I must have aggroed something. Oh, this Warden of Flame keeps summoning them. Summoning the other one to kill it. Excuse me. The Paladin's a very combo-ish class. You're going to see yourself using more combos than anything. My 1 is charged, my 2 is my 1 shield, my 3 is my Ignis, which is another shield. 4 is basically Holy Ground. What it does is it puts a big circle, yellow circle. You won't see it much on the ground. You'll see the outline. But I won't use any holy power whenever I do my abilities or use my combos. So for instance, the left click, then right click is a big jump that does AoE damage, but it costs like a crap ton of holy power. If you hit F4, it doesn't do it. The number 4 ability is just the regular, ranged spell. I have 3 different ranged spells that I can equip. One of them is actually a threat one. When I'm running dungeons with other people, I'll run it because it increases the threat by like 400%. So let's see what the loot is. 2 crappy rings. I'll show you my abilities real quick. These are on F3. This one's on F3. I don't use it hardly ever. Purification, it basically removes any negative effects and control effects. This is good if you're in a dungeon and you get there's a lot of control or CC and stuff like that. But then you won't have to use Divine Scourge as much because you'll have other people doing the damage. But Divine Scourge is your 4th combo, your 4th combo in the attack. And these are your combos basically. You have left click, then right click, and you do Seal of Light. Left click, left click, and then right click is Punishing Bolt, which I have a lot of damage going to that right now. Left click, and then right click is Divine Scourge. You see the left clicks all are different. Righteous Blow, Punishing Blow, Judicial Blow, and then it ends with Justice Blade, which I have it set for Justice Blade to do more damage when it's below 40% health, 300% more damage to be exact. I'm using Zeal. Basic attacks deal 120% more damage and apply an effect that increases my movement speed. That's an awesome ability to step around mobs that are doing like charged abilities. Blame, my attacks generate 400 more threat, and all my shields do 60% more damage or absorb 60% more damage. And then whenever I charge, which is called Onslaught, it makes the monster that I hit attack me for 4 seconds. It's really good at grabbing threat and doing stuff with threat. I normally use this only when I'm in a group or if I'm doing a dungeon with a buddy or something. But the 60% more damage absorb is really good, especially if you're fighting. If you're in a higher level dungeon and you're getting hit like a truck, you can always pop your shields. And with the way I have it now, my 2 shields plus Divine Intervention, I can keep them rolling like the whole fight. Punishing Bolt consumes 30 less points of Righteous Anger, which is your, I was calling it Holy Power, but I meant Righteous Anger. That's my left click, right click ability. It hits pretty hard. So obviously I wanted to spend less resource so I can do it more often. Conviction, all aspects of Verdict deal 50% more damage. That's actually my ranged attacks. You see Righteous Verdict there. It's just a single target attack that does a lot of damage. Let's see, Luminance. My Aegis of Light 1 and 2 cooldown is reduced. I have that for being able to put on the shield a little bit faster. It's normally 26 seconds. It actually drops down to 16 seconds with that talent equipped. So every 16 seconds, and this one's a 10 second. My Celestial Shield, 12 second. So it's pretty good. You can use one and wait and use the other. This one also comes with an effect that you can use your Divine Scourge. If you have the shield attached, when you jump with Divine Scourge, it'll explode the divine. It'll explode the shield, and it'll deal damage to everything around me. Let's see. Determination. My Justice Blade inflicts 300. We already saw that one. Retribution. Divine Scourge deals 42% more damage. And then Waves of Wrath deals 6, 12, or 25% more damage. And then Frenzy. Onslaught range is increased by 20 yards. And it deals 120% more damage for every 0.5 seconds spent charging towards the target, but no more than 600% damage. If you do it at max range, it hits really, really hard. it's a really good opener, especially on a boss. You can take a good chunk of his health away. But these are your abilities. Purification would be on F3, but since I'm using Divine Scourge, I can't use Purification. I am only allowed one in this section, and in this section I'm allowed two. Currently I'm using Onslaught, which is Onslaught 2, which is the charge. Even if I were to take Onslaught 2 away, I'd still have Onslaught 1. Just like Holy Ground. Holy Ground, I'm using just Holy Ground 1 because Holy Ground 2 just makes it so if you're not inside the Holy Ground area, you can still use your abilities and not consume the Righteous Anger. However, it doesn't matter to me if I'm in the circle or not. Normally when I use Righteous or when I use Holy Ground, I'm inside the circle. I don't have to get out of the circle for anything, so I don't use it. And then Ignis of Light creates a barrier around the Paladin and their ally. The barrier absorbs damage and gives immunity to removable effects and control effects for 4 seconds. This is good. I can use it to put a barrier around myself and an extra person. It's really good for PvP. I was doing 2 Pally PvP the other day, and they were having a hard time killing us because the other Pally was also running Aegis too, and we were basically using them one after the other. So every 16 seconds, both of us had our shields up, and they couldn't CC us. But I am using Celestial Shield 2, which creates a shield that absorbs damage equal to 12% of my health, and then if the shield's not destroyed within 5 seconds, it explodes. It basically ups the amount it shields you for, or the damage it absorbs. So I'm using that, and I'm using Onslaught. You'll see there's Celestial Shield 2, and then Onslaught is my charge. You can only use 2 in this category, and then these are your verdicts. You have 3 different verdicts, and that's going to be in your number 4 slot. And again, this is how I use them. They're not 1, 2, 3, 4 by default. I think it's like Z, X, R, and maybe V would be the number 4. But I don't like using that. I'm more a traditional MMO player, so I changed them up so it can match the way I used to play MMOs, traditional MMOs, which is why I have F1, F3, and F4 instead of just the regular keys that it would normally be, because I think F4 would be like a V or an R or something by default, but I changed them up, and you can change them up by going to configs. The only thing with these is that these are also the F1 through F5 keys are bound, so when you click it, it switches to your target. So if you hit F1, it's going to switch to you as a target, and then F2 will switch to your second party member, F3 your third, F4 your fourth, and F5 your fifth. So you have to be ready to lock back onto the target once you use Wave of Angers. This is an AoE ability that does not require you to have anything targeted, so I can use it and not worry about having anything targeted. But as soon as I use it, I have to tab target back to my target and stuff like that. Same with F4 for the Holy Ground, and then if you had any others, you have to do the same thing. But the verdicts are your range, your one range spell besides your Onslaught, your charge, that you can use and do some serious damage. Like Righteous Verdict does 571 to 1345 damage. However, because I have the other talent, where is it? Is it Conviction? Yeah. Because I have the Conviction talent, all aspects of Verdict deal 50% more damage. So if this hits like for max damage, I'm hitting for like 2300. It hits pretty hard. Massive Verdict is the one that you want to use in groups. It does decent damage, but more important, it generates 10 times more threat than the usual attack. But it's also a cast it. It's not like an instant spell like Righteous Verdict or Harsh Verdict. This one's a cast it. It says instant at the top, but there is a cast time. So you have to cast it. I think it's like a 2-second cast time. But this is real good in dungeons because you can use this to pull the packs, and it'll hit everything in the area, but everything also gets threat to you, which is a double-edged sword, because in some of the dungeons, like the monastery, it's some of the mobs hit really hard, and there's no dedicated healer in this game, so you have to be careful when grabbing big packs. Make sure you're going to survive it. And then Harsh Verdict is the other one. Harsh Verdict is a good one too. You use the seal to attack the target from a distance, deals 372 to 877 damage, and it knocks down the target for 4 seconds. This is another one that's good for PvP. People hate being knocked down in PvP. When you can't do anything for several seconds, it kills. And my charge knocks down. If I hold the left mouse click, it'll do a wrath thing, which also does a knockdown. And this does a knockdown, and people just hate it. My shield, when it explodes, does a knockdown. So people, and for PvP, hate it. And then you can only have one of those equipped. Again, this is going to be your number 4 ability. And then the last but not least is your F1 ability, which is either going to be your Waves of Holiness or your Waves of Anger. Waves of Anger is good for almost everything. It's just a massive ability that it sends waves from you slam your sword into the ground basically, and you just start emanating waves from that point, and it hits everything in a 360 radius from you for a good bit. So it does a lot of damage, but it is a casted spell, and then there's a decent cooldown on it. And then Waves of Holiness is another one that's really good, but this is more for like the dungeons and grabbing mobs, because it does a good amount of damage, 68 to 162, but it also makes anything that you hit and that's around you that you hit will attack you for 6 seconds. So this is a good one to grab. These are all the talents you can unlock. Like I said, I unlocked Paladin 100%. I'm on my way to the Knight class. I actually want to play the other tank class and see how that one goes. This game does have tanks. They have DPS, and then they have assisting classes. They do not have healers, dedicated healers. Let's see, the Ascension Atlas. These are the 3 classes if you're a free-to-play account, which I did the early access, but the $20 early access, so I didn't unlock any other classes. But these are the 3 standard classes you start with. Your Cryomancer, which is a ranged DPS. It's basically a Frost Mage type of class. It's really good mobility. Able to lock people down, so that's why I akin it to a Frost Mage. Then this is your Paladin, which is your tank. It's got a lot of abilities to safeguard itself with the shields and the Divine Intervention and your Ignis coming up, and then the knockdowns are amazing. And then this is the support class, the Lightbinder. They hit really hard for a support class. And they can buff the people around them, and they can also grant shields, but they cannot heal. The only class in this game that has some semblance of healing is I think he's over here somewhere. Where is he? Thought he was over here. Maybe I'm thinking of a wrong spot. It's the oh man, what's the name of the class? Can't remember now. That's not him. It's the Alchemist. There it is. The Alchemist is over here. The Alchemist is the only support class that actually has a semblance of a heal. That's what I've been reading anyway. But for those are the 2 support classes, the Alchemist and the Lightbinder. And then you have a bunch of DPS. And then you have the Knight classes, where I'm working my way to. I should have it next week. Starting this circle now. As you can see, I just started this circle. By next week, I should be here. I need a lot more blue sparks. But the Knight class is the other tank class, and I wanted to try both of them out. So I have a mission completed. Oh, and he failed. You got some XP from it. I'll send them on missions later. Alright. So let's activate this one. And this is all the classes have an outfit for when you 100% unlock your class. This is the Paladin outfit. Oh, they're coming. So when you unlock your class 100%, they'll give you that outfit. And I'll show you some of the combos. That was a left, right combo. That's the one that's gotta die. There's the left, and then the right shows you the jump attack. Left, and right is the... I put my shield on. It just broke and knocked him down. I'm gonna put my Ignis. Oh, I don't have enough resources. Gotta build up the resources. I'll put my Ignis on. Now, to build resources, just left click. On the 4th left click, you will add resources. Ooh, he's a magma guy. The Wardens of Fire do the same thing. See, they just knocked them down. I'm gonna run away for a second, pop my Ignis, and then charge in. Oh, it's not letting me. Oh, I might die here. Is there a healing orb? Gotta kill this guy. There's my execute. Whenever you get them low enough health, it'll let you use an execute ability, and then you can basically one-shot and kill the Warden flame. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to my health. I just built it up. I wasn't paying attention to my health, but you can see how the Paladin can survive a lot of damage, especially once you start paying attention. Let's see. The last pack is over here. Charge at him. Left, and then right click is that. That's basically a cone attack. Put my shield on. When they explode my shield, it'll do a knockdown like that. And then Ignis up. Put my shield on, and I'm gonna jump attack these guys. The magma does an AoE. I should get my execute up here shortly. There it is. Oh, I didn't need it. Alright, we got a Flame Warden and a Magma guy. Grab him. Quick. There we go. Get away from him. This guy is what you would consider an elite mob. If you look up at the health bar, it says 41.3k health, but it says ×4, which means that he effectively has 4 times the amount of health that it actually says. See, when I take this health bar off, he goes down to X3. Grab that orb. That's basically how you heal right there. You want to run over the orbs. And doing damage to the mob is what makes them drop the health orbs. So the faster you do damage, the more health orbs you'll get. Away from him. See, he would have hit me with that, but my divine intervention went off. Then charge in. Build up my right finger. Away from that. Charge in. So these circles, these orbs you see, that's how your loot drops. The square is when you're gonna get a piece of gear, which is gonna be either a ring or a weapon. There, I just got my water shield, so you'll see the magma guy is gonna do very little damage to me. I'll just stand there and take it. Divine intervention went off, but he wouldn't have done any damage. Actually, I gotta kill the Warden of Flame first. They'll just keep summoning as. righteous anger bar is. I just hit F4. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a yellow circle on the ground. Probably not. I can keep doing the abilities, and you're gonna see my righteous fury is not. My righteous anger is not going down. There, it just started going down. I lost it. So I don't have the F4. You see how it's on a cooldown? Who keeps summoning stuff? I have to pull them together. 1, 2, 3, and then should have killed a bunch. There's the flame guy. Shield on. Another shield on. I can execute that one. He's dead. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Magma. Alright. They're not gonna summon anything. See, because of the water shield, they're doing very little damage. Did extra damage. So you can still do your combo if you don't have the righteous anger, but you're gonna see that it's not gonna give you, like, for instance, here, left, right, it'll do a lightning bolt for extra damage. Again. I don't have enough to do it now, but I can still do the ability. It's just not gonna give me the lightning bolt. And you'll get a sound that you're out of righteous fury, righteous anger. See, now I have the circles and the square. The square is going to give me loot. See, I got a sword there, 313 sword. Let's see what I got from this one. And a 370 shield. Both are crappy. I'm wearing 600 level ones. There's also a group of those fire bombs. I want to say once I pulled and they all came to the boss, so I want to go ahead and take them out. There they go. Magma and you're magma. Q pops up telling me that the Q ability is ready. The Q ability is normally your F4, where that's where Q was. And like I said, I changed it because I didn't like it there, but the game won't let me change those. So when it pops up, I can also hit Q, and it'll give me my F4. It's just letting you know that you just did an ability and you didn't have enough righteous anger. So if you hit Q, you can do that ability and not worry about the righteous anger, because you'll put the holy ground under your feet. Shield and an amulet. It's a crappy amulet. Oh, get out of the way, Magma. Magma, summon the magma and magma. Die pretty easy, yep. The orange emanating out, that's this dungeon that I'm doing is considered there's group dungeons which require 5 people, and then there's these that do not require 5. You can do it with solo, like I'm doing now, because there's an item that I need for completing it. Or you could do it with up to 3 people. Let's see what I have in my inventory. You can easily check if you get an upgrade. You go to here, let's equip this one. See, this ring is 284 and this one's 318. So I have one in my inventory that's 346. So it'll tell you if you have something better. Now, just because it's higher prestige level doesn't always mean it's better. You notice that the rings have stats at the bottom too. This one's a white one, so it doesn't have anything. This 318. So if I wanted to put, like, if I had like a green one that I could put there that had an extra stat, I would probably use that. So and then these, you see these, there's one that I'm waiting to put there, but I don't have the proficiency yet. But you see the white ones don't have any extra stats, and then the green ones have bonus stats. These rings, none of them are better. I can just disassemble them. That's for a light binder. I have to check. You see, these are the 3 classes that come unlocked. When you unlock another class, it'll come up here. You can easily go to it and then click change, and it'll change to it. So now I go from being a paladin, now I'm a light binder. Then I can go to my equipment and check. Yep, that one that I picked up is better. There's 30, 48, 57. Alright. Don't have anything else. Yeah, that one right there. You see, they have their own amulets. You share the rings, and then you have your own weapons. Oh, go back in. Alright, now let's face off. So this guy, Ignis, you don't want to charge in. That pedestal he's on will one-shot you, even if you have this buff. You just want to hang back and let him come to you. Stay out of those. Those are bombs. Since I've gotten the Divine Intervention talent, I've learned not to use my shield right away and wait for DI to proc. And then once it procs, then I'll go ahead and use my shield. Actually, I want to go this way and grab that health orb. Keep my health up. Use my range when I need to. He's also going to summon some ads besides this stuff that he does. Come on. Come on. Oh, get out of there. He has 10 health bars. Most bosses have 10, except for in a group dungeon where it's a 5-man. They'll have the final boss will have 20 times 20. You have an ultimate ability too. I haven't used it yet. My everybody's ultimate is a little bit different. My ultimate is on a pretty long. Get away. My ultimate's on a pretty long cooldown, so I don't just use it whenever. It also gives me the circle on the ground, so I can do more abilities while not using Righteous Anger. But it's on an 11.5-minute cooldown. Start picking up these things, I'm losing them. Start grabbing health orbs too. I'll use it next for his next ad that he summons there. And then get close together. Oh. There it is. Oh, gotta get out of there. Slam that. Use my F4. Got a 389 shield, still not that good. So when you're done with the dungeon, you pick up what loot they have and you use the F to leave and you'll get your rewards. So I did it for the ring. There was a ring, it's in my inventory now. There was a ring that you could get that it's on a 2-day. I'll show it to you in a second here. Any day now. Oh, it's loading. This ring right here, it's the Ring of the Founder. See, it says by completing special adventures that become available once every 2 days is how it can be obtained. So whenever you see that pop up, you want to do it. It helps with your minions, your followers, to rank them up. This is the shield I got, and I got another amulet, but they're not as good as what I'm wearing. Well, this has been Santos running the Paladin in Skyforge. That was Cronnel Platforms, I want to say. I think that was Cronnel Platforms we just did. It's right over here. Yep, Cronnel Platforms. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching.